few days ago, I had a conversation with a wonderful ex-colleague of mine who's starting a new career. After the initial chats about the weather and the customary, "How are you?" "I'm fine," I asked him how he really was. He said to me, "Cara, I don't know anybody that's not having a hard time right now. The global uncertainty, wars, climate change, it's taking its toll on all of us. Not to mention in the companies where we're seeing job redundancies and rising cost of living. I need a radical change," he said. "Do you know what? I'm going to start to revolutionize my life. Take action, get healthier, get steps to look after the planet." Now this got me thinking about the word revolutionize. Revolution. The word revolution literally means turn around. Revolutions are often caused when the masses are frustrated and there's a common purpose. But revolutions are also ripples of change, empowering people to rise up. We've seen geographical revolutions, political revolutions, an industrial revolution, a technological revolution. But now it's time for the healthy business revolution. And let me share with you the case for the healthy business revolution, why this is going to make a massive impact in our world and how you can make a difference. Let's take climate change, for example. Climate change is a scary thing, right? We're seeing rising temperatures, more floods, higher pollution. Research by Imperial College London says that eco-anxiety, being worried about our environment, is on the rise. In fact, 59% of young people are very worried about our environment most of the time. The UN Climate Assembly asked for companies to step up even more. I think organizations are really well set out to do this, but it's complex and not an easy one to solve. According to Statista, there are 334 million organizations in the world, employing 3.4 billion employees. Wow, that's almost half the world's population. You see, we're now moving into a new era, an era where we're moving away from burnout, and we're moving into an era of an inspired workforce, where people are interested in making a difference inside and outside of work. We're also seeing that with this new era, every single person will be able to make a difference. There's some socially aware companies out there already that are taking great steps, such as Patagonia, that had the Earth as the only shareholder. Now this has often been decided by CEOs or owners and executives. And you may find yourself thinking, well, how can I make a difference? How can I create change in my organization or for my business, even without the support of executives, shareholders, or anybody else? Well, I believe every revolution was started by the people. But there is one very important thing that we need to do before we can create any change in this world and kickstart the healthy business revolution. And that is, we need to deal with this fear and uncertainty that we're in. Accept the fear and uncertainty and look positively to the future. Now, you may have heard the notion that you can change your brain. This single scientific notion has been discovered by scientists. In fact, our brain is being molded and shaped every single day. And this notion has allowed us to be able to change our mindset, we can change habits, we can think differently, we can get healthier, and even change our genetics. Let me share this experiment with you. So the Innsbruck Goggle experiment asked participants to put goggles on that turn their world upside down. If anybody watching has got glasses, I'm going to ask you to participate with me in this experiment to see even a little bit what it feels like. So I'm going to put my glasses on upside down. And if you've got glasses, try it and see how it makes you feel. I certainly feel a bit silly, but not only that, I feel dizzy, disoriented, and I can't see properly. This is exactly what happened to the participants. The first few days, they felt dizzy, disoriented. And remember that before they put the goggles on, they were actually asked to do a drawing. And when they had the goggles on, after about 5 days, their neural pathways started to rewire, and they could see everything upside down. And on day 6, they were asked to replicate this drawing, which they could do exactly. That same day, they took the goggles off, and everything rewired back again. So what did scientists find? Number 1, we can rewire our brains. Number 2, we need to take a little bit more time to do it. NASA has done research with astronauts and found that it takes approximately 30 days for us to rewire our brain. 30 days with very small, consistent steps. So there you go. The first step is for us to rewire our brains to be able to deal with fear and uncertainty. The second step is to kickstart the healthy business revolution. And I'm going to share with you 3 ways in how to do that. The first one, and I'm going to give you a challenge today, but the first one is bring in new revolutionary words, different words. And these we're going to replace what I call the old paradigm words. Words such as busy, burnout, stress, tired, fatigued. How often in your day do you use those words? How was your day? Busy. How was your weekend? Really busy. How's work going? Really stressful. I'm burnt out. We wear it like a badge of honor. But have you ever wondered how this is keeping up our cortisol levels and keeping us in a constant state of fight or flight? Because words are contagious. This is not just you saying it, but it's going over to your colleagues and people around you. So as one challenge today, I'm asking you to pick one word that you're going to use over the next month. Write it down. Use it in your daily communications, emails, everything. These words can be different words that will help us with our nervous systems. It can be words like focus, calm, sustainable productivity, energy, flow. My word is joy. Over the last 30 days, I've used the word joy in absolutely everything that I do. And I've used brain entrainment music to really help that stick in my mind and body and my subconscious. And I can honestly say, I live with joy. I work with joy. It is embedded now. And if we as humanity start to do this, it's going to have massive effect also in the way we work. So as a second step, appoint yourself as a well-being lead in your team. Now you may think, why would I do that? Wherever I'm working or, there are already people that do this for me. But think about it. Research done by King's College London actually found that when we set well-being as a business goal, we can prevent burnout. Appoint yourself as a well-being lead. Help your boss, help your organization change the culture. Help your team set their well-being goals. What are they? What are the words that you're going to be choosing? What brain entrainment music are you going to be using to help you get to the most heightened state of creativity and innovation? Can you take a moment at the start of each meeting or each call to just go, calm that nervous system, take a deep breath, start learning about neuroscience so we can work smarter and more effectively. I believe teams are going to be hugely navigational in a healthy business revolution. And as a third step, look after your holistic health. Now, McKinsey Health Institute has done research to find that holistic health, which is our physical, mental, social, emotional, and spiritual health, is becoming more and more important in the workplace. Take physical health, for example. According to the OECD, we're becoming more resistant to superbugs. So I, for example, use an app that scans food and creams that I put on my skin to make sure it's not affecting my immunity or the health of my family. There are really great apps there, like Geeky Zero or Yuka. So there you have it. Every single revolution started with the people. The more people that know about the healthy business revolution, the better. Just think about it. With 3.4 billion employees, if every one employee takes a step, we'll allow every single company to take a step, no matter who the CEO or executives are. Let me share with you this letter from the future. This is my vision of the future. Now, it's quite long, so I'm just going to read you a paragraph. The healthy business revolution created the most significant impact for people and planet, because well-being is part of our job descriptions, contracts, mission and purpose, because we were able to rewire our brains to help us deal with uncertainty. We came up with the most innovative solutions. The healthy business revolution kick-started the conscious business collaboration, where businesses and people came together to solve the world's toughest problems. We now align our work with the world's needs and problems. And guess what? It's increased our happiness, our health, and our productivity. Success to us means working with purpose, being healthy, helping each other and our well-being. Success to us means being able to enjoy a day in nature. Wonderful people, believe in yourselves. You can make a difference. You matter. You can make massive impact. Get out there and do your thing for the healthy business revolution. Every single small step will help. We will rebuild this world and create a better destiny for our planet and for future generations. Well, that's my letter. Part of my letter. What's yours? With 3.4 billion people, we can reimagine a brighter future. We can. Why would we not all come together to create a better future? If you're working in an organization or you are a business owner, what can you do to ensure you are running and creating a healthy business? What small steps can you take? Can you start using different words? Can you start learning about how we rewire our brain, how we work our most effectively? Can you start helping your team with that, or looking after your own holistic health? What can you do to help create a healthy business? Who is going to join the healthy business revolution this year? Thank you.